Moving up, Here's Dreaming. There's the red light. Appearing on top of the gates. They're all set. Top of the Pops, Jumps favourite. First up from a spell, they're off and racing. First to go, Bopping Blue from the inside. Also jumping away very quickly is Zoo Shine. She hit the ground smartly and takes Bopping Blue on for the lead. Behind those came Classic Magnus on settling down outside of Mantelli. Then Thomas Magnum. Top of the Pops is back there with only a couple behind the favourite. Here's Dreaming and Del Capone. Going to the 600 mark. They're going hard and fast. Bopping Blue over on the inside from Zoo Shine. Matching it with each other. Bopping Blue draws about a half a length in front. 2 lengths behind those came Classic Magnus over on the outside of Mantelli, who's getting a great run to the turn. 3 deep around them, the favourite. Top of the Pops. Underneath it, Thomas Magnum. Into the home straight now, Zoo Shine, Bopping Blue together. Mantelli trying to squeeze up near the inside, getting through a length and a half. Classic Magnus down the outside. Thomas Magnum's running on as well. Mantelli's got the split against the inside. The stablemate coming at it though. Thomas Magnum the outside hits the lead. Thomas Magnum right on target as one from Mantelli. In again, Jimmy Quinella. Behind those was Zoo Shine close up. El Capone, Top of the Pops, battled away from Here's Dreaming. Bopping Blue was next, and fading out of it to run last, the mare, Classic Magnus. Thomas Magnum, ridden by Brad Parnham, has defeated the stablemate Mantelli. Mantelli with Brandon Louis persevering with the rails run, getting through, but Thomas Magnum had started to build momentum very quickly. You could see that the favourite, Top of the Pops, was going to struggle to get near them after they'd turned for the judge. Zoo Shine has battled on determinedly to run third. Bopping Blue back near the inside with Here's Dreaming all in a group together. But honours to the Gangemi team on a special day for them, of course, with the Rock Magic coming up a little later. Thomas Magnum second up by Per Encanto from Alchemy's Flight. For Gangemi Thoroughbreds, the Care Factor Syndicate, Mark Almus, our good mate over there in the east on Sky. The Trusty Rusty Syndicate, Mrs. E. Ward, T. Lewis, J. Claridge, K. Hassan, S&G Thoroughbreds, R and K.R. Gartrell. And he's got his third win today from 10 Thomas Magnum, with Brad Parnham in the saddle, beating number 8 Mantelli, also by Per Encanto from One Love. Brandon Louis in the saddle. Third went to 2 Zoo Shine by Zoo Star from Ravenous Lass, trained by Sue Olive and ridden by Kesh Duran. 58.35 they carved out. Both Bopping Blue, Zoo Shine went together there most of the way, matching strides. Mantelli got that run, but it was Thomas Magnum at its second appearance back this campaign that was too sharp when he let down. He had that turn of acceleration and proved just a little too good in the shadows for its stablemate Mantelli. The next event on the card, the running of the Mrs. Max Handicap over 1800. Number 4 comes out, Fear the Wind. As we head down now to the yard, and here's Chris Gangemi. He is with Britt Taylor on a pretty special day for the stable.
Absolutely. Rock Magic Stakes coming up soon. And again, Jimmy Quinella, it's an appropriate result. And gee, it was funny to watch all the owners in the yard. I'm hearing, go Manny, go Thomas, and no one really knew who to cheer for. Where was your heart lying in the concluding stages?
Yeah, it was 50-50. It was just good to watch both of them fighting it out. You can relax and enjoy the last 100 metres when that's the case. So it was 2 11 out of 10 rides. And like you say, really good for us to win a race on a day like today. Obviously, Rocky's got a race named after him, which is super. So yeah, if we can't win Rocky's race, the next best thing is winning another race. So
is the old boy out the back?
He is, yep. Tash just got here half an hour ago, so he'll be leading the field out, yep.
Can't wait to see him come into the mounting yard. Thomas Magnum, on paper, that second up record hasn't always been the best. What do you put that down to, and were you confident that he could step up to the plate second up today?
Yeah, I think you mentioned that a couple of weeks ago, and I actually looked at his 2 runs. One was in the Placid Arc when he sat off the track and pulled his head off the whole way. And the other one was also an unlucky 5th where he got beat a length at Belmont. So wasn't too worried about that. I said to Michael walking him in today, looks like he's trimmed up and improved a fair bit on his first up run. And yeah, he's a tricky horse. He needs to settle early, and when he does, he's got a really good finish, and he was able to produce that today.
What about Mantelli? Another really honest run from him. He deserves a win soon.
Yeah, he does. He's super right from Brandon too. He took a very tight gap, and he actually ran through the line good today, but just got beat by probably a smarter horse on the day. But he's trying his best, and hopefully he can get one soon.
You don't mind a result when it's your colours who is beating him. Well done.
Thanks, Britt. Cheers.
There is Chris Gangemi, stable Quinella there with Thomas Magnum defeating Mantelli. A good result for them, and well, they'll be pretty happy and proud to see their old stable star in Rock Magic lead the field out a little bit later on today, and good to know that he's already on course.
One of my all-time favourites, Rock Magic. Britt, obviously, for the length of time that he raced in Western Australia, is about the length of time that you and I have been here working in the mounting yard. So we're very, very familiar with Rock Magic, and to see him out there today leading that field is going to be one of the highlights. But again, Jemmy Quinella here and Thomas Magnum, too strong for them. Actually looked like he rode a bit of a bump halfway up the straight, as well as Classic Magnus was trying to get into the clear, but Thomas Magnum too strong in the finish. A lovely ride by Brad Parnham. He had to just wait and bide his time on the inside of top of the pops, and then once he saw daylight, he really unleashed a powerful turn of acceleration to gobble up Mantelli, who runs yet another very honest minor placing. Brad, interesting race that. It looked as though you were in a sticky spot a couple of times.
Yeah, well, obviously I had the favourite to my outside, and he can get a little bit keen in his races, so I had that going on, but yeah, fortunately enough, top of the pops just started to drop off coming to the corner, and I really needed that, otherwise I would have been in a world of pain. But yeah, once it got out, he did the rest.
Even after that, it looked like he might have even copped a bit of a bump from Classic Magnus.
Yeah, he did actually. I don't know if a horse insider, I'm not really sure what happened, but yeah, they just sort of came out onto him, and he copped a bit of a bump, but it didn't really worry him too much. It actually probably got him going, if anything, so worked out well.
He's the kind of horse that's still working out what racing's all about.
He is. He's you know, I actually have always questioned whether he's been genuine in his runs to the line, but today he seemed pretty genuine. He seemed to get the job done well, so hopefully he's learning now, and yeah, just the more he races, the better he can get.
A couple of rides remaining today. Go forward, and then a couple for Greg. I've just lost my train of thought there, haven't I? Brian Kersley later in the day. Have you got one that you're looking forward to most?
I am looking forward to Go Forward. He's obviously up in class, but I believe he's going really well. He's working super, so see what sort of run we can get and see if he can make that step up. I think first up he was just a little bit underdone, so we never know. I mean, he might see if he handles that step up in grade, but he's working really well.
Too many Kersleys, too many Parnhams. Well done, Bradley.
Thanks, mate.
Plenty of Parnhams. Brad Parnham wins on Thomas Magnum, defeats Mantelli, the stablemate, and Zushine at a big price. Runs third. 7, 8, 2 and 3 the numbers.